Hello everyone. In the last class, we have studied about arithmetic progression. Today, let us revise that first. What is arithmetic progression? A progression of numbers with constant difference is called arithmetic progression. Now, if I say in an arithmetic progression 1, 3, 5, 7 and so on. The first term is 1 and the constant difference is 2. So how can I say that? 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 2 is 7 and so on. So what is the general form of one AP? I can write down the AP in the form of A plus D, A plus 2D and so on. So what is the nth term? An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. That is what we studied in the last class. And I solved some of the problems. Let me continue solving some more problems in this class. So, first question is, determine the AP. AP is what? When third term is 5, that is A3 is 5 and seventh term is 9, A7 is 9. As soon as I say determine the AP, you should know. As soon as I say determine the AP, you should know that after write down first 4 terms I put dash dash dash. In order to write down the first 4 terms, I should know what is A and what is D. With this data given, I should find out the value of A and D. So what are the data given? Third term is 5, that is A3 is 5, A7 is 9. So what is A3? A plus 2D is equal to 5. And what is A7? A plus 60 is equal to 9. So if I take these two equations as simultaneous linear equations, I write down A plus 60 is equal to 9, A plus 2D is equal to 5, A and A I can cancel, so I can subtract. A minus A 0, 60 minus 2D is 4D, 9 minus 5 is 4. So D is equal to 4 divided by 4 is equal to 1. So once I know the value of D, very easily I can find out the value of A. How can I find out? I know what is A3. A3 is equal to 5. What is A3? A plus 2D is equal to 5. A plus D is 1. So 2 into 1 is equal to 5. So A plus 2 is equal to 5. So A is equal to 5 minus 2 is equal to 3. Now I know what is A and what is D. Very easily I can write down the AP. So what is the AP? AP is 3. Next one is 3 plus 1, 4. Next one is 4 plus 1, 5, 6 and so on. Is it clear to you all? Let me go to the next questions. Check whether check whether 301 is a term of the list of numbers 5, 11, 17, 23 and so on. Suppose I ask you, is 12 is a term in 4, 8 and so on? You say yes. So 4, 8, 12. 12 is the third term. Suppose I say I get n 301, n is equal to some full number, then this 301 exists, otherwise no. So, did you understand? See, if I say is 40 is a term in the sequence 4, 8, 12 and so on. You know 4 tens are 40. Yes, 10th term is 40. Suppose I get 10.5, then it is not a number. If I get the whole number, then yes, 40 is a term of the AP, 4, 8, 12 and so on you can say. So if I say 301 is a 21st term or 22nd term or 23rd term, if I get the full number, then this is a term. If I don't get a full number, then that is not a term. That is what you have to understand. So n is equal to, you have to get a full number. So looking at that, I can write down what is A. So let me write down the AP 5, 11, 17, 23 and so on. So A is equal to 5, D is equal to 11, minus 5 is equal to 6. So they say is 300 and A, I do not know, AN is equal to 301. So you find out n is equal to what? I repeat, if n is a full number, then only 301 is a nth term, or what term, let us see. So A is equal to AN is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. AN, that is 301, is equal to 5 plus n minus 1 into D is 6. So 301 is equal to 5 plus 6n minus 6. So 301 is equal to 5 minus 6 is minus 1 plus 6n. So 301 minus 1, if you take this side, plus 1 is equal to 6n. 302 is equal to 6n. So n is equal to 302 divided by 6. You don't get a full number. 6 5s are 30. 50 point something you get. So n, if you get a decimal number, then 301 is not a term of this sequence. Since n is not a full number, 301 is not a term of the sequence. That is the answer. Now next question. How many 2-digit numbers are divisible by 3? My next question is, how many 2-digit numbers are divisible by 3? You know, 2-digit numbers starts from 10. 10 is divisible by 3? No. 11? No. Starts from 12. So, 12, 15, 18 and so on. Which is the last number? 99. Is 99 divisible by 3? Yes. So, till 99. So, in between this, how many numbers are there? That is what I have to find out. So, from this data I can find out A is equal to 12, D is equal to 15 minus 12 is equal to 3, 18 minus 15, 3. An is equal to 99, n is equal to what? So, what is your formula? An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. An 99 is equal to 12 plus n minus 1 into 3. So, 99 is equal to 12 plus 3n minus 3. So, 99 is equal to 12 minus 3, 9 plus 3n. So, 3n is equal to 99 minus 9. So, 90 is equal to 3n. N is equal to 90 divided by 3. So, n is equal to 30. So, how many terms are there which are divisible by 3 from 2-digit number starts from 12 to 99? There are 30 terms. So, that is the answer. Now, let me go to the next question. Find the 11th term from the last. 11th term from the last. From the last of the AP 10, 7, 4 and so on minus 62. I also did not, suppose if you understand this clearly, you will be able to solve it very easily. Which is the 11th term from the last. So, from the last if I take, which is the 11th term? This is the first term. Next one is the second term, like that. So, this could be done by two methods. First, we can do one thing. How many terms are there in this I can find out. In my finger in my hand there are 5 fingers. So, which is the middle finger, third finger. So, how did I get third? 5 plus 1 divided by 2. So, suppose if I know there are so many terms, which is the middle term? Suppose if I said there are 25 terms, which is the middle term? 25 plus 1 divided by 2. 13th term is the middle term. So, 13th term, 14th term, 15th term, you will understand better. Let us see later what is that happening. So, now let me see. A is equal to 10, D is equal to 7 minus 10. How much? Minus 3. AN is equal to minus 62. So, let me find out how many n. So, AN is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. So, AN is equal to minus 62 is equal to 10 plus n minus 1 into D is minus 3. Minus 62 is equal to 10 plus 10 minus it is minus 3n plus 3. So, minus 3n, let me bring this side. 3n is equal to 10 plus 3, 13 plus 62. So, n is equal to 75 divided by 3 is equal to 25. From this data, it is very clear that there are 25 terms. Which is the middle term of 25 terms? 25 plus 1 divided by 2. This is the middle term. So, 26 by 2 is 13th term is middle term. Now, try to understand. In this one, 13th term is, what is that? Middle term. 14th, 15th. Suppose 13th term is the middle. 14th from this, 15th from this. When I come like this also, this is the 13th term. Like this if I come, this is the 12th term, this is the 11th term. They have asked, what is the 11th term from the last? So, 11th term from the last is the 15th term from the first. So, it is enough if I find out what is A15. This is one of the ways to find out which is the 11th term from the last. Try to understand. 13th term is the middle number. Here also 13th term, here also 13th term. When I go like this is the 14th term, this is the 15th term. When I come like this is the 13th term, this is 12th term, this is 11th term. So, I find out 15th term from the first, that will be the 11th term from the last. So, A15 is equal to A plus 14D is equal to what is A10 plus 14 into what is D? D is equal to minus 3. So, 10 minus 42 is equal to minus 32 is the number which is situated at the 11th place from the last. This is one of the method. Otherwise, another method is, suppose I write down the same thing in the reverse form. You have written 10, 7, 4 till the end 62. You have written 10, 7, 4 and minus 62. Let me write down the minus 62 in the beginning. Minus 62. You know D is equal to minus 3. Right? D is equal to minus 3. When I go like this. When I come like this, it should be plus 3. So, minus 62, minus 59, minus 56 and so on till 10. So, A is equal to minus 62 D is equal to plus 3, A11 is equal to how much? This is one of the other method to do this sum. So A11 is equal to A plus 10B. A is minus 62 plus 10 into 3. So minus 62 plus 30 is equal to minus 32. That is what you got in that method also. Whatever is easy, you do that method. Next one. In a flower bed, there are 23 rose plants in the first row, 21 in the second row, 19 in the third row. 23, 21, 23, 21, 19 and so on. Which is, there are 5 rose plants in the last. 5 in the last. So they have asked how many rows are there, or n is equal to how much. From this data given I can write down A is equal to 23, D is equal to 21 minus 23 is equal to minus 2, n is equal to 5, n is equal to how much? So n is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. So an is how much? 5 is equal to 23 plus n minus 1 into D is minus 2. 5 is equal to 23 minus 2n plus 2. So 5 is equal to 25 minus 2n. Let me take the minus 2n this side. 2n is equal to 25 minus 5. n is equal to 20 divided by 2 is equal to 10. So there are 10 terms in this 10 rows of rose plants, right? Now let me calculate one more type of question in this AP. If the 11th term, if the third and 9th term are 4 and minus 8, third, that is A3 is equal to 4 and 9th term A9 is equal to minus 8. So, which term of the AP is 0? An should be 0. N is equal to what? So again I go to the same formula. An is equal to A plus n minus 1 into D. An is 0. A3 is equal to 4. A9 is equal to minus 8. So by this I cannot make out what is A, what is D. So A3 is equal to, what is A3? A plus 2D is equal to 4. A9, A plus 8D is equal to minus 8. A minus A, let us do minus, minus, plus. So you get 2D minus 8D minus 60. 4 plus 8, 12. D is equal to 12 divided by minus 6D is equal to minus 2. So, A plus 2D is equal to 4. A plus 2 into minus 2 is equal to 4. A minus 4 is equal to 4. So, A is equal to 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. So, you can write down the AP now. What is the AP? 8, 6, 4. Because D is minus 2. Every time you have to reduce 2. And so on. So, now you can tell which term. You can very easily, you can say. First term, second term, third term, fourth term, fifth term. Right? Here also you have to get the same answer. Let us see whether it is correct. A is how much you got? 8 plus n minus 1 into what is D you got? Minus 2. So you get 0 is equal to 8 minus 2n plus 2 So you got minus 2n, 8 plus 2, 10, minus 2n is equal to 0, 2n is equal to 10, n is equal to 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5. Yes, whatever we said also correct. 8, 6, 4, 2, 0. That means fifth term. Both the ways I got fifth term. That is the answer. So I hope that you have understood how to find out the nth term or how to find out how many number of terms are there in the arithmetic progression and so on. So children, if you like this video, please share it and subscribe it, and also you show that you like it.